A rumor went viral, claiming an 11-year-old girl named Kourtney Freeman was killed at a Snapchat meetup. It was the kind of story that terrifies parents, but it wasn't true. The truth of what happened to Kourtney isn't a cautionary tale about social media. It's a much more tragic story about a young girl's life cut short by a hail of bullets in the one place she should have been safest, her own home. This is the real story of Kourtney Freeman. To really get the weight of this tragedy, you have to know who Kourtney Freeman was. Just 11 years old, she was already a powerful voice for peace in her Kansas City, Missouri community. She was a standout member of Kaufman Cares, a student-led anti-violence group at her school. Everyone who knew Kourtney described her as loving and a fierce defender of others. She liked to play basketball, but her real passion was making her community a safer place. In a heartbreaking twist, she was actively helping plan an anti-violence workshop right before she was killed. Kourtney wasn't just any kid. She was a beacon of hope, a young leader who was ready to make a real difference. That beacon was put out on the night of April 10th, 2024. Kourtney was inside her family's home near 33rd Street and Flora Avenue when the house was suddenly sprayed with gunfire. When police arrived, they found shattered glass from the storm door and 9mm casing scattered across the front porch and yard. Inside, they found Kourtney, who had been struck in the head. She was rushed to a hospital but died a short time later. There were 6 other people in the home, but miraculously, no one else was physically hurt. Almost immediately, the false story of a Snapchat meetup gone wrong started to spread. But the evidence pointed to something else entirely, a targeted attack on the house. Investigators got to work, piecing together what happened. City surveillance cameras gave them a break, allowing them to track a suspect's vehicle leaving the scene. That footage gave detectives a license plate number, which led them to a teenager named Romari Roth. Police arrested Roth at a local school. A search of his home uncovered the key piece of evidence, a 9mm pistol. Forensic testing proved it was the gun that fired the fatal shots, and in a crucial breakthrough, Roth's DNA was found on the trigger. There was no more doubt. The rumor was just a rumor. The truth was that a young man had fired indiscriminately into a home and taken a child's life. The investigation deliver the truth, and that's what we are committed to on this channel. We cut through the rumors to bring you the factual, respectful stories of the victims and the search for justice. If you believe in this kind of storytelling, think about subscribing to the channel. Initially charged as a juvenile, the seriousness of the crime led to Romari Roth being certified to stand trial as an adult. Just days before his trial was set to begin, Roth pleaded guilty to second-degree murder in November of 2025. On January 26 of 2026, a judge sentenced the now 18-year-old Roth to 20 years in prison, the maximum term allowed under the plea agreement. The sentence brought a wave of mixed emotions for Kourtney's family and friends, who were left to grapple with the loss of a girl who meant so much to them. Kourtney Freeman's death wasn't caused by a Snapchat meetup. It was a senseless act of violence that stole a bright young leader from the world. But her story doesn't end there. The week after her death, her classmates at the Ewing Marion Kaufman School held the anti-violence workshop she had been so excited to plan. They've since promised to make it an annual event, all in her memory. Her teacher said that Kourtney's legacy is one of the actions, stating, "They don't have to wait for someone else to do it. You can do it." Kourtney's life, though tragically short, has sparked a lasting movement led by the very friends she always stood up for, making sure her voice for peace is one that will never be silenced.